Hello, this is God of Anime here, and if I sound annoyed, that's because I just made a 1 hour video about this, and it cut off because my fucking turned my phone off by accident. So I'm just gonna make like a quick 10-20 minute video about this. Deku, he's got Bruce Wayne's backstory. He gets trained by Ra's al Ghul because he's gonna be in this. Fuck, my headphone fell out. And he uh uh he's he's a vigilante as Batman. He's dressed like that when he does his vigilante work. But he has this, but everywhere that's red is green. And that's when he gets into UA. So he's in an arranged marriage with Momo because he's rich. His dad is Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne's not Batman. This Deku is. So the only real detail I'm gonna go into is probably the heroes vs villains and the fucking USJ. So with the with the hero vs villains, he gets paired up with Momo because that's a ship. My throat's really dry because I just finished recording the other video and it cut out because I accidentally turned off my fucking phone. I need to get some water after this. So Momo basically makes a blowtorch that can cut through really thick metal and bricks, like really thick stone, cause she actually learned how to do that because her family basically makes military equipment too. So I'm recording this at like 3 a.m. God, I hate this. I don't hate doing these videos. I just hate it when my video cuts out or like my phone turns off or when I get a call from my mom which ruins the entire video, which actually happened before on a what if I was planning on doing but gave up because I didn't really have a good story for it or anything. So basically, Deku is just take like Bakugo and Ida are on each side. Bakugo's in front and Ida is behind, so Deku doesn't like sneak through a window or anything. But Deku cuts a hole right above the bomb. And like he has sharp claws in his hero suit. So he basically digs those into the cement and basically just drops down on top of Ida, smashing his head into Deku's head and taking him into a choke or into a headlock basically from WWE, but covering his mouth and not using both arms on the neck. Like, his hand is covering his mouth, like how you would if, like you were kidnapping someone and she was trying to yell out for help. And, puts his arm around his neck and chokes him. Bakugo comes out that second, tries to explode Deku, but Momo wraps chains around his neck or around his arms and pushing his. And Deku takes that split second of confusion to grab his arms and push him against Bakugo's neck to where if he let off an explosion, it would blow his head off. And then Momo just walks up and touches the bomb, and All Might screams over the PA system, Hero Team wins. Then it is the USJ. So Deku and Momo are actually a thing. They became a thing like a couple months after Alfred and Momo's dad announced that they were in an arranged marriage with each other. Because Deku was actually against doing it because he was still didn't want to get too close to anyone because what happened to his parents. But then he like warmed up to Momo more and more over the months until I'm gonna say Momo has a more rebellious side because she's a teenager and Momo snuck out to a party that her friend Jiro was having. And Jiro and Momo are friends before UA. So Jiro's having a party. Momo invites Deku and Deku actually accepts. So Momo and Deku go to the party. They both get really drunk and then they do the deed. I'm not gonna make it 18 plus in this part, but if you guys want me to make part 2 18 plus, just tell me. Oh god, I'm gonna hate that. I bet you when I start getting into a sex scene, my mom is gonna walk in through the door and wonder what I'm talking about. A guy sticking his dick into another girl into my phone. Oh god. I'm going to need to lock my door before I do that next part. So, Bakugo just tries to, like, fight Deku. And Deku just says, "Shut up, you angry Pomeranian." And just punches Bakugo right in the nose. No, actually, no, he doesn't punch Bakugo right in the nose. He flicks Bakugo right in the nose. You don't laugh to that, they have no fucking sense of humor. So, that just makes Bakugo even more mad. Makes him almost put off, or like makes explosions out of pure instinct, but, you know, uh, Deku has his hands pinned up against his neck. So, when that happens, everyone watching just laughs because I'm going to say they have audio in this because I'm pretty sure they didn't have. Actually, yeah, they did because All Might wouldn't know what Bakugo was using if they didn't have audio. Yeah, so everyone's just laughing in the room, and that actually gets a smoke, not smoke, a smirk out of Todoroki, which shocks everyone because they know that he's basically emo king, like almost Sasuke level emo. Um, so I will say that, fuck. I'm gonna say that, um, actually, no, fuck it. Uh, so instead of, Mineta getting into Class 1A, Shinso gets into Class 1A because I'm gonna say he actually trained his body, and people who don't have, like, physically enhancing quirks, um, are allowed to use, like, weapons in this. So when Shinso heard about this, he instantly started training with, like, knives and guns. Cause if you guys want me to make Shinso Red Hood, just comment down below. But give me a name that's not Red Hood, because I don't see how that would fit. So, um, I'll say, um, fuck, I already forgot what I was doing with the last part, or my last recording. Uh, um, um, so, with the, with the USJ, instead of it being Mineta, it would be Shinso. And, Shinso basically has that same hero suit as he does in canon. So he's basically disguising himself as one of them and amplifies his voice. Because I'm pretty sure his mask lets him, with the metal plates in it, lets him, copy other people's voice, and he basically screams. Oh, actually, no, he's actually able to. No, fuck it. I'm just gonna say that he, asks why you're doing this, and they all say money at the exact same time, and so, Shinso basically tells them to, uh, go, turn themselves into the cops, and then they all get out of the water and do that, and, Froppy, Shinso, and Deku just swim to shore. So, um, um, with the fight with the Nomu, I'm gonna say that Deku actually made these gloves where he can actually store weapons into them, because I'm like, this takes place in like 2040, 2060. It basically takes place like 100 years in the future, basically, I think. So, um, um, they actually have the tech to do that, and Batman world's already more advanced than we are, so yeah. Um, um, that happens, and Deku basically has a fucking rocket launcher, a minigun, grenades, that kind of stuff. Like stuffs that not even special forces have authority to use, basically. Um, so he basically just hops on top of the Nomu's head. And I know this doesn't seem like Batman, but like this is what if Deku was Batman, not like what if he was. Well, yeah. Okay, that just made no fucking sense. Oh, but like I said, this version of Batman uses weapons. So, um, he basically pulls out a minigun, like out of nowhere, basically. I might make a Red Hood Deku who has this ability. Fuck, I just said that out loud. Just forget you heard that. It's too late. Fuck it. I'm probably gonna record a What If Deku was a Red Hood after this. Um, so, Deku basically shoves the minigun into the, Nomu's brain and just starts unloading. Like, also, the minigun is spinning, which is basically turning the Nomu's brains into mush. And it's actually shooting bullets too, so yeah, the Nomu basically just completely dies. And the only reason Deku did that was because he basically pieced it together that that thing wasn't human immediately. Because, I mean, like, look at it. Look at what Aizawa was doing, and it was still beating his ass. And Deku's smart enough in this to realize that thing is not human, so he can kill it. And, real Batman wouldn't do this, but he would do it if it wasn't human. Like, you might be saying, ooh, what about Killer Croc then? Keep in mind, he is basically human now. Well, I forget if he was shark first, or alligator, or crocodile first. Not alligator. I forget if he was crocodile first, or, human first, but I'm just gonna say he was human first, because I think he was human first, and then an experiment that gave him crocodile DNA made him Killer Croc. I think that's what happened. I'm like 90% sure that's what happened, but this is Deku, not Bruce Wayne. So yeah, he kills the Nomu. The Class 1A is basically saying you killed him, and Deku corrects them. He said, it, not him. And Aizawa, the worst thing that happened to him was him getting his head bashed into a garage, or no, not his arm broken because Deku reacted immediately. Like, he saw Aizawa getting the shit beat out of him. He ran in there, grabbed a minigun out of his fucking a little pocket dimension glove, and just started blasting into the Nomu's brain. And yeah, so next video I will be doing the sports festival and the Stain arc. So this is God of Anime. Goodbye.